Sunday fun day. It's 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 Sunday fun day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Sunday fun day. It's Sunday fun day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Sunday fun day. Whoa, whoa. It's Sunday fun day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Sunday fun day. Yeah, it's fun day. It's Sunday 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 fun day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Sunday fun day. It's Sunday fun day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Sunday fun day. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go! It's Sunday fun day! 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 Whoa! Whoa, whoa! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It's Sunday fun day! Whoa! Whoa, whoa! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah,
Come on, hit it, hit that shit.
it's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day!
Come on, build it up.
It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It's Sunday fun day! It's Sunday fun day! Yeah, yeah, yeah! It's Sunday fun day! Whoa! Whoa! Let's fucking go!
Hey now. Hey now, hey now, hey now. Welcome to the GG Show. It's I, your host, douchebag, face, extraordinaire, head. GG. Ooh. I'm all kinds of weird feeling. Yeah, for real. Ooh. I'm on another level, to be honest with you. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it right now. I'm on another level, so forgive me if the things I say don't apply to the rules of the level that we currently exist on, because this level is different, yo, but the same. You know, it's that's why I'm all tricked up. I'm all flabbergasted. Everything is the same, but brother, it don't feel it. Does not. Can't be. Can't be, man. Why did I wake up in my garage? That's a better question. You know, another good question is, why does it feel like somebody punched me in the head? A lot of questions. what happened after I left you last night. I think I was abducted by aliens. They beat me up and they just dropped me off in my garage. Or I took too much soma, went out to the garage to smoke a cigarette, sat down, and never got back up until I woke up. I'm thinking it's the alien ones too. All right, I know it was the aliens, them tall whites. They think they can bully me because they're tall white. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. Last tall white I encountered, let's just say, there's interstellar laws that have been placed against your boy GG. I can't go. I can't go to the Andromeda sector anymore. Fucked out of that. Fucked myself clean out of that deal. So here I sit, hiding. Hopefully they won't come to our solar system. But you'd have done it too. He was a prick. He was a prick fucker. He walked. You you walked on Legos just for fun, and you want, and then you'd want everybody else to do it too. Like it was like you'd have the pretty maidens coming down with water chalices, and he'd throw a bag of Legos out, and they'd fucking Then you get mad, and if they dropped the water, but he'd laugh his ass off after they went and were fed to the lions. Or they don't have lions; they're called chimeras, where they have lion. They're lion-like, but they also have like a fucking snake head, a lion's head, and a dog's head and shit. Man, you don't fuck with them. You leave alone. You heard the saying, give the dog a bone. That comes from giving the shimmer a bone so he doesn't eat you. So you try to kill a little goblin every now and again, and you want to carry him with you. That I know it sounds sick. But you throw a rope about 6 foot, drag him, drag the little fucker with you around. Guess who's getting eaten? Not you. That dead little sumbitch. Sometimes you got to do that in life. Sometimes you got to grab the bull by the horns. I've heard that my whole life too. You know what? I've never done it. I don't think I'm brave enough to grab a real bull by the horns, man. And the brave guys that say that, they never grabbed they never grabbed horns. Not even on a little billy goat. I'll bet you. Mark my words. Takes an army. Look. Sometimes it takes an army of paladins. That's all I can say. Sometimes you got to call down the Grey Wizards. We're in one of those situations. DEFCON 5. That doesn't even exist in this place, man. DEFCON 5. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun in games until an army of beholders start coming out. And then who are you going to run to? I don't know what I dropped, but I dropped something and it probably was important. Or not. What did I drop? Well, fuck you then. Yeah, it's all fun and games, man. Until you gotta get the Rangers involved, man. because you banished us for so long. But it's cool, man, because we're ones with the wood elves. So, Elfkin and us are cool. And trust me, elven chicks, booming, banging. I could tell you some stories right now about some elven maidens that I've sullied with my sword of destruction +2. But when all else fails, people get pissed. I jump on my space on my Starjammer, take off into space. Maybe I'll go to Dark Sun. Maybe I'll go to Ravenloft for a little bit. Hang out with the vampires. I'm weird tonight, man. I'm telling you. I am fucking weird. So shut up about it. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing a lot of things. And this I see a lot. I see this in my dreams. This is in all the time. I've told my doctor, my counselor, my psychiatrist. I've even told my mom. Nobody can help me get rid of this visions and this song. I love doing it so much. Sometimes I do it at the park, and I don't even have a sound. I just do it in my head. I see people walk in, and then I give them a timble.
Welcome to the chat. It's Timble time. Gigi's got a tune that's truly sublime. Each guest comes in and the beats start to play. Timble time's here. Let's celebrate today. Oh, it's Timble time with Gigi on the beat. Feel the rhythm, everybody, and move your feet. Welcome one, welcome all to the show so fine. Every guest gets the groove, it's Timble time, yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Let's get this going. Let's get on this motherfucker. What do you say? What kind of underwear are you wearing today? What kind of panties you got? Not you, Walt. I don't give a fuck about panties you wear. Who's wearing the nice panties tonight? The comfortable ones. The ones that feel comfy down. They just fit right. You know what I mean? Walter knows what I mean. Give Walter a timble. Hey, Walter! Boom! Poon Inspector Walter P. Havens III. Poon Inspector. Poon Inspector. I've Walter the Poon Inspector. It's a government job. He's got to do it, ladies. It's gonna be 8. It's gonna be 87 tomorrow, man. Windy. And the low is 69. Do you know that I live in fucking paradise? God damn it, man. I swear to God, when I slay dragons at the end of the day and I come home via portal, I'm in paradise. Back here in paradise, baby. Take me down to the paradise city where I can be in the paradise. It's Florida. That's what they're talking about, dude. They're talking about Florida, Walt.
Nerf this.
Nerf this, Walt. Has anybody seen Donna's Waffle House? There's Donna. What the fuck are you talking about? Walt's as fucked up as I am right now. Shangy girl, hello. I stopped by Shangy's channel earlier today. It's already Monday there where she's at, you know. So it was cool. It was cool hanging out with her, but I had to go because I had to get ready for this turd of a show. I should have just hung out with her. But then, you know, you guys should check her show out. Subscribe to her. Shangy Girls. She's definitely funny. She has one of those. She has one of those real quick personalities. Like she's snappy. You know, she's. I'm trying. There's a word, but I'm trying to think of the word. She's snappy. She's quick. She's funny, quick, topical. I like hanging out over there, and I think other people would too. So make sure and check out Shangy Girl. Shangy Girl.
You can't handle the truth. Hey, brother. Bang, splat real fast.
All right. That's all we're gonna give Shangy. She doesn't deserve a big blowout. Joshua 420. Look, well, color me crazy. You showed up. You turkey. I'm glad you're here, brother. Don't think I'm one of those guys that just because you don't come around often, that when you do, I'm just happy to see you. I don't get mad at you. Shit, you know, how egotistical can one person be about this thing? You know, this YouTube venture. It's supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to get mad at people who have lives, all right? But I'm glad you're here. When I see you, I physically get happy. I get a smile on my face, and I'm like, hey, Joshua's here. Let's take a dump on his forehead. Yay! Let's do it. He's down. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna get you good today, you son of a biscuit eater.
White guys, I'm in love with your farts. I'm in love with white guys' 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 farts. I'm in love with smelling 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 white guys' farts.
He just keeps going. Are you ready for more? And the one dude's just going, I like the smell of white guy's farts. Well, are you ready for more? He just That hit me in the funny bone. You know that funny bone that I got. I got a big ass funny bone. Yeah. I wasn't talking about my dick. Really, when I was born, the doctors told my mom that his funny bone was like twice the size of normal kids. Go figure, you know. Chicago 420. That's my dude. That's my dude that I know that if I was, rolling through Chicago, he would be that guy who'd be like, dude, just crash at my house for the night and then, head out. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. And I wouldn't feel weird about it. Like he'd be standing over me masturbating at the middle of the night. You know what I mean? I trust, I've known him for quite a while now. So I definitely would trust him. I'd trust you if I was on tour and needed a place to stay, Chicago, and I'd have to stay. You asked me to stay, if you offered me to stay there, I'd do it. And you know what I'd even do? Because I always did. I'd leave $100 bill on the table or on my pillow after I made it. Yeah. If I stayed at your house, I left 100 because that's the nicest thing anybody can do for you. And you might go, well, why didn't you stay at a Motel 6 for $100? Because it's a Motel 6. You don't get sleep. You get propositioned all night. Or you hear people fucking all night. I'd rather, give it to a cool fan who let us crash there. Did that all the time. I don't know why I'm talking about Chicago like I'm going to go crash at his house or something. Chicago's like, I don't want you to stay here, dude. Dude, stop this. Stop this conversation. Chicago 420, my brother.
You can't handle the truth.
You want to be arrested? Please shut up. You want to make some serious money, brother?
All right, so what do we got? Oh, all right. You got the old force it out, yo. Brian, what up, B-Say? How you doing, my man? Saw you earlier, Brian, but good to see you around here again, man. Give him one. B-Say!
You can't handle the truth.
Well, that happened fast. That wasn't the one I was looking for you, pal. I had a special fart in mind for you, you say. But I'll tell you what. We'll give you a song and a fart. How about that? Dinner and a movie.
I'm gonna take my car to the McDonald's. I'm gonna eat till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my car to the McDonald's. I'm gonna eat till I can't no more. I got the burgers in the back, trailer is attached. Didn't have enough space, I compensated for that. Eating all by force on the 7th course. Soon I'm gonna vomit, feel like I'm eating a horse. I'm starting to be humongous, looking like Big Chungus. I'm starting to be humongous, looking like Big Chungus.
that was me adding the awesome fart effects. Yes. All right, welcome, B. Say. Glad to have you, bro. Glad to have you. Real talk. I saw Norb years ago. Good convo sometime. Hey. I mean, I don't know, man, because I don't know, man, because it's an orb. What are you going to tell me? You know what I mean? Not that it's not something that isn't cool and out of this fucking world, right? I'm not delineating from what you have experienced. My point is that it's an orb. What can you tell me other than it was orb like, or it was lit up? And went really fast, because they all go really fast for some reason. And I'm not saying, and trust me, not taking away from anything, be sad. I want to hear your story, brother. I do. I want to hear it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you just don't have all the details, the meat. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe you do. Maybe you got the meats. Maybe you're a butcher, man, and you're all about meat. You know what I mean, dude? Maybe I'm out of pocket. But I'd like to hear your story, dude. Anytime. I got time. You got the time, motherfucker? I love you, B. Say. You'll learn that I'm an insane motherfucking idiot. Okay? Who just likes to fuck around. But loves to party. I don't know why I threw that in there. It just was like, like that one kid who says, "Look what I can do." That's what I just did. Bat Corbin, cutie pie alert. Hey now, give her one. Smack Walter in the head. That old poon hound. Come on, dance with me, Bat. Spinning you around, Bat, spinning you around. Dipping you down. All right, yeah. Now go smack Walter in the back of the head for me. Again. That'd be funny. You just, God damn it, why do you keep smacking me in the head, Will? Tell her, Will, don't. Like there was this one time when I ordered, I knew Walt had his Alexa up and on, and I ordered him pizza. Or 3 of them. Over StreamYard. I ordered him pizza over StreamYard. They showed up. That's no cap. I'm serious. It's a fucking heart attack. I did it. I used to try to order all kinds of shit and I'd get on. I told him I'd quit, so I haven't done it. And since then, I've never done it again. I felt bad a little bit, but it was just pizza, man. And I ordered enough for the family. I ordered enough for the whole family. What? Hey, sure, it was from Domino's, but it was the first pizza joint that I could think that could be near his house. And I did a quick Google search, and there was. So I knew it'd get there pretty quick. And for some reason, I told him I had this story about the payment. Because usually you got to pay them, and then they do it. I told him that I told him that I still use one of those carbon copy credit card things for my accounting records. And so they were waiting for Walt with some fucking credit card swiping machine. I love him. I love that dude to death, man. He's funny as fuck. Some people are just funny as fuck, man. They don't have to do much, you know. Hey, bad nurse. What up, sweetheart? How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Throw a double it out. All right. Thank you for being here, darling. I appreciate it as always. Don't ever think I take you for granted, or any of you for granted, for that matter. Each and every one of you means so much to me. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I love you guys. You guys are great people. You're a great bunch of people. And thank you. You know what I mean? You guys make it easy. You know, I confessed the other day that just getting here, just getting in the mindset of sitting here and performing, it wasn't hard today. It was very easy today. And I think that's because, you know, I'm starting to get more comfortable with you guys as well. You know what I mean? It's starting to become like we know each other. I mean, it's not like it. We do know each other. There's things, you know, I talk for at least 2 hours at a time, almost daily. You know, I am going to say things. I'm going to say things that are out of pocket. I'm going to say things that are maybe a little shocking. I'm always going to be looking for that content to throw in there. It's part of what I'm trying to do here as a show. I want Brad James to get his goddamn comeuppance. So, Brad James, my brother, the pontificator, the poet, the man, better at poetry than Jeffrey Chaucer. I'll tell you one thing. Hey now, Eli Whitney.
Hey, brother, you're embarrassing me running around like an idiot in your trunks. Well, I could set you up with Hiro Matsuda, this Japanese guy.
I fart in your general direction.
Oh, damn.
Brad, that's for you.
Oh, sniff that one.
He's always got a comment, man. He's a joker. Huckster. You know what I mean? That guy. It's an ambition of many British tourists to stay at an American motel. The fuck would you want to do that for? Why, to take a black light so you can see all the blood and cum on everything? And it covers everything. They paint the walls and ceilings with cum and blood. No. Why? Why, Brad? Dude. You know, one time I was staying at this place. It was called a Motel 6. Again, I'll talk about this. And I didn't even have the back door open or nothing, but I was on the first floor, and it had a sliding glass doors. You can go out on the patio, maybe have a smoke or whatever. I went in the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I come out, and there's a girl coming in. Like I catch her slowly shutting my door, and she's wearing a skirt that is way too short. I mean, her poor labias were at the bottom. I mean, she was a streetwalker for sure. And it was on Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando. Ask our buddy, where's he at? He's not here yet. Hold on. Well, anyway, she just came in my fucking room. I was so offended. So then I bent her over and fucked her. And then you know what? I gave her a wooden nickel. No, that's a story my grandpa would have said or something. No, I was just like, hey, get out of my room. And she goes, so you don't want to? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, I do, but not with you. Do you have any friends? Is there an assortment of you guys? Maybe one of them's hot enough? Because no, I've never broken the hooker code. It's just like eating out of the garbage can. You know, you do it once, like your life is ruined. You don't eat out of the garbage can, man. One time, that's all it takes, man. That's the one thing that separates us from men and animals. I want to go fast, Ricky Bobby. Damn right. Oh, yeah. Came down the steps and followed my friends and I for like 2 minutes. Gotta be live to talk about it. Well, you know, I don't know if I am. I don't know if I'm in the right mood to or the right. I don't think I'm in the right condition to talk about orbs. And I would like to give you the respect. John P. Adventures. Hey now, my little brother. Give him one. Watching him earlier with his family. I love his family. You make sure you give them little ones hugs from Uncle Gigi here in Florida. And give that wife an extra big ass hug from Gigi, huh? Know what I'm saying? Your wife's a hottie, dude. I'd kick your ass and take her from you. I don't know if you could hear. I hope you didn't hear any of that. I love you, John. I love you. Double E, what's up, girl? How you doing? It's late over there for you. I hate that, man. I hate that shit. I hate that you got to be. You don't have to be. Man. Darling. The fact that you're here, it's so sweet. You're the sweetest. You're the best. But that don't ever think that I would ever give you one bit of attitude for not being awake at us. Jesus Christ. The fact that you show up it's like getting a big hug. So, Double E, thank you. Thank you for being here. Hey now, Dolly.
I would rather you just say thank you. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, no, give her. That's bad nurses. I gotta have one just for Double E. Double E needs a cute fart too. She doesn't need all that nonsense. Oh, I know which one I always give her. I give her the classy one. Yeah. Where's it at? There it is. It's got Vivaldi in it. Yeah, but that's the thing, B-Say. I don't know, man. If I'm in the mood, it's not you, it's me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would be conducive to you and your story. I don't think that I should have probably anybody on my show tonight. I think that would probably be the safest thing to do. Because I don't do UFOs. John does UFOs. That is a fact. If you want to talk to anybody about UFOs, John's your man. But I am not on this plane right now, bro. I'm just not. And I'm only drifting further away from reality right now. My brother's friend's alcoholic parents moved in across the street from us once. My brother sent pizzas to them and once even sent a prostitute. And I was talking about prostitutes. James, you and I would be fast bros, man. We're bros already. But you and I got a good connection, you and I, Brad. You're a good dude. I like you. You're a good human. Like John P. Adventures. That's a good human. If I could, be half the man John P. is, then I know I'm on my good way. I don't know what you're trying to say, John P. It sounds like you're trying to say something kind of important. Just say when you hear Gigi's laugh, you start laughing too. Just wait, there are better laughs when we're watching the TV programs. Oh, I get it. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I make you laugh. Because that's what, you know, that's my job. Fuck you. That's my job. Is to maybe one day have sex with you. Not men, but the females. You know? Just throwing it out there. That could be a cool goal. It's not really. But hey, drink your Debbie. You will shoot ropes like Ron Jeremy. Because it's all vitamin fortified, man. You'll be dropping Spider-Man like ropes, dude. Dubby. That might as well just say Dubby, the cum maker. Because that's what it do. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It's not what it does. I lied. I'm lying. I'm making all of that up. I'm behind. Let me get caught up. What? See, I just don't want to miss anybody. You know what I mean? There be say. I don't want to miss anybody, and I think I saw Lil Wing. And I can't miss not saying hi to Little Wing. Lil Wing. Hey there, sweetheart. Whoops. Sorry. I'm off my rocker.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, even when I was a little teeny holster, there were a few things that turned me on, dudes. Fine-tuned guitars and firm-feeling women. But in the twilight of Hulk Hogan's career, my kids turned me on.
All right. Glad to see you, Little Wing. How are you tonight? Glad you're here. What is occurring? What is occurring is I am 3 sheets to the wind. If there was a 4th sheet to throw to the wind, I'd have it too. Divergent Signals 2526. You know who that is? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I know I used to have a buddy named Thriller who was proud of the name Thriller and used the name The Thrill. Divergent Signal 526. Hey now. Love you, brother. I don't give a shit what your name is. Your name to me is brother. So I don't really give. I just giving you a hard time. You know that. I don't give a shit what your name is. People could call you Mud, but it wouldn't change nothing between me and you. You're one of those dudes that even if you did a heinous crime, I'd still like be the dude to go visit you in jail and shit. Still write you, you know. Like I would never leave you down, brother. Thriller's one of those dudes. To me, you know. But I got a network of good dudes. I got a network of even amazing women. Let me tell you, and that's strange to me. But like, I have a 35% female watch, and that's great because it's not my goal to like I said to fuck you. Sure, I wouldn't turn you down. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that I respect all of you, right? That's it. And I'm afraid that if somebody got on here and started talking about orbs right now, I don't think that I don't think it would be the best. I don't think I would take your situation as serious as it was to you. And on one side of my head, I'm going, it would be great content. But on the other hand, I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I don't want to, John P. John P. Go to John P. I'm dozing off. Love you all. Oh my God. So Little Wing told me I'm boring. That's it. I'm fucked now. Where is it? Sorry, Little Wing. I tried not to bore everybody. Yeah, that's what Little Wing hears right now. Sorry, bad nurse. I'll try to liven it up for you next time. Okay. Sweet dreams. You can go to bed. I've got your snore recorded. Listen to Little Wing sleeping like a baby. I love you guys. You guys are funny. You killed me. Sheila, I see. Speaking of another awesome woman. But Little Wing, you have a great night, darling. I'll see you tomorrow, probably over at the Waffle House, all right? You know what I mean? See you at the Waffle House. Fist bump me out. I'll be dreaming of you. You better dream of me too. I'll see you in the dreams. I don't know why. So you can smack me in the face, tell me I'm a douchebag. I'd have to accept it. Try like hell to wake up because you're beating me up. No, we'd high five, some of that. GG, good evening. Another lady joining you tonight. Oh, who's the other lady? Well, first off, Sheila's getting herself a Timble. Sheila, now.
I'm not a pervert. Stop whining.
The greatest feeling you can get in the gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym, is the pump. Let's say you train your biceps. Blood is rushing into your muscles, and that's what we call the pump. Your muscles get a really tight feeling, like your skin is going to explode any minute. It's really tight. It's like somebody blowing air into your muscle. It just blows up, and it feels different. It feels fantastic.
Who are you referring to? Who's the other lady? Who's the special lady? Who's the lucky lady who gets to spend the evening with me? Poor thing. I should do like a vote. Put all your names in there, and you get to hang out with me for one night live. Hey, baby. How you doing? I'll do this. I'll do that for 2 motherfucking hours. Hey, so uh, what's your favorite color? It's very important to me. Dave's Waffle House. Sir Dave. I was talking about you a little bit ago. I sure did. I said to Fiona, I said to Little Wing, I said, I'll see you tomorrow over at Dave's. Sure did. Because if you don't go, if you don't go to Dave's on Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m., that would be Eastern Standard, or 6 to 11 Greenwich Mean Time, then you're just wasting your life away. And listen, it's not a pretty sight to waste your life away. Just go to the boys' show. He doesn't ask for much. He just go. He'll mow your lawn. Just go. You might even win a duck prize. You might win your own bottle of fart spray. But give the man a timble. And now, Dave! What do we got for Captain Dave? You know what? I'm in the mood to give out. I haven't done it in a while. Let's give Dave the 19 fart salute. What do you say? Yeah. You did too. Oh, okay. You will. Miss Fiona, you will always get a temple, my darling. I'm sorry if I fucked up. I'm fucked up right now, so I will believe you. And for Little Wings, 6 was 9. Darling, hello. Hi now. She's gonna kick my ass. She jump kicked me right there. Did you hear her jump kick me? She jump punched me once too. I do jump punches in like Mortal Kombat games, and I was like, really? Really? You jump and punch at the same time? It's pretty cool. I'm sorry. Sorry, Fiona. Won't happen again. You know I love you. For God's sakes. You, Double E, Freezy Peach, you guys are some of the first ones I met over at the Waffle House, and you guys were the sweetest, welcoming individuals that I've met. And thank you for that. You guys were Dave knows how important you guys are, because you guys are a lot of the reason that at first I kept going over to Dave's. You know what I mean? Was because the moderators were just so sweet. Yes, you would take me serious. I grew up next to a Native American Lost Civilization. It's not that. Dude, I'm on like 10 somas. I've taken 3 Klonopin and a bar of Xanax. I'm smoking a lot of pot. Do you really want to discuss the Native American lost civilizations from 1,000 years ago with me? Where an orb is connected? Am I the person you want? I don't think I'm the guy you want to talk to about this. What was funny, darling? What did I do? What did I do there, darling? That was funny. You tell me again, because I can't. The things that you guys think I do that are funny, I don't think they're funny until I see the show maybe later, and then I go, "That was pretty funny. It was a good joke, man." Like, I need to get a producer. Man, I really do. I need a producer. I need somebody who can make shorts, who's like I need somebody who's like invested in the show enough to find funny clips to make shorts and to make bumpers like the Mansons, like um what a producer, but it would have to be somebody who has as much passion or a good amount of passion in what the project is. And you can't expect that out of everybody, or anybody. Somebody would just have to kind of be, well, I'm an artist and I do it because I just like the idea of doing art. But I need a fucking, it would be awesome. He saying GG saw a weird UFO rocket the other night. GG show us. Oh, I think that was, I don't know what that was, man. Man, I've had people tell me that was SpaceX, but it was red, dude. And there was no SpaceX rocket going on that night. Oh, I do have it on video? Okay. I don't know. Can't remember all this shit. 4 sheets to the wind, dude. You're trying to ask me to do something with UFOs. And you know what I said about UFOs? Fuck them. Because they're not showing themselves. That's scary and that's subversive. Dave, my man, my dude. One of the nicest dudes I've met, man. Dave doesn't have to be, he didn't have to be nice to me. He didn't have to do a show together, That asks a lot out of him. I mean, shit, the guy does 5 shows a week, and then on Tuesdays he goes on for an extra 2 to sometimes 3 hours. That's a lot to ask somebody. But when we do it, we get. I mean, I'm not trying to be look, it's just what it is. We get great numbers, man, and and our chemistry works real well together. We're good wingmen. We're good at setting each other up, and we're getting better. You got to remember, we haven't been doing it for ever, and the first show was the first that I got to meet the guy. First time he got to meet me. So like you're looking at a chronicle of how a show is gets better over time. and the first show was an instant sign that look, these two are two couple of knuckleheads that just happen to vibe in a good way. So, but he helps me a lot, and he doesn't have to. And I always try to thank him as much as I can. But thank you again, Dave, for all your help. You know that, man. You know you're my brother. Nothing but love. Tell Deb I said hello, and I hope she's working on something awesome. I'm sure she is. Gigi, explain that weird UFO rocket orbit thingy I saw in Florida. You saw in Florida. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to explain what you saw? Fart me, Pixie. What do you want? You want to fart? What do you want, Little Wing? Little Wing, I'll give you whatever you want, baby. But I don't know what a fart me pixie is. If I knew what it was, I'd get you two of them, baby. You know what I'm saying? One for now and one for later. That's how I do it. When I used to have girlfriends, you know, and they'd ask me to go to the store and get them, or if I had to go to the store and I asked them if they want something. Yeah, can you give me a Reese's cup, peanut butter cups? I'd always get two of them, right? And I'd give her one, and then I'd keep the other one, you know, away. And then when she was done with that one, I'd be like, that sucks. They only come in twos, right? All right, you know, that's stupid. They should come in fours. They're too good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'd bust them out. And I'd be hero. And I'd probably even get a blowjob. Hey, look, TMI, but it might have happened, might not have. Probably didn't. Just trying to look cool. Okay? Don't know where. I need to get where we're relevant, where I'm up to your conversation. Geez, if you had a producer, you'd forget. You're fucking goddamn right. You're so right about me. That's sad. That's the sad part. Well, I know a guy. I know two guys that I would, if I could pay him, I would. But you know, I mean, I guess there's two guys that I would love to just take an investment in my show and see that I'm worth production value. Right? Does that make sense? Yes, I know I might forget about it, but I wouldn't because I have a vision, right? I have a vision I really do. I know, you know, the word show gets tossed around a lot, right? But I want a show. I want a fucking variety show. Like the shows you would see at 3:30 in the morning on public access television that you weren't supposed to watch. That I want to be that. I want to be that radio DJ that has, you know, a handful of listeners. And he's trying to do any and everything he can to be, you know, to stand out. I know that, you know, being a Mr. Beast doesn't come easy. I know I can sit here with a motherfucking toilet seat on my head. But I have a thing called pride. And that's not kind of the way I'd like to do things. It's kind of like I'm not into, there's people who are into, I don't know, there's people who are into a lot of things that I'm not into. Like, hey, Wandering Hippie. Hey now, look, Wandering Hippie wandered in. Good to see you. Here's your temple. Glad to have you. Oh, baby. No, you know what? I take that back. There is 3 people. There's 3 people who I know who could who share what who could help me accomplish that vision. There are I just thought about the other person, and I don't know why I didn't think about them at first, but there definitely is another person who I believe gets my humor and gets my style of what I do. Glad to have you, Wandering Hippie. I'm just pontificating about, the the walking billboard of just say no. So fucking high. Absolutely, Gigi. Never lose your treasured pride. Hell no, man. Shoot. Who said that? Was that Matthew Wilder who said something like, "Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm nothing because I'm gonna fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep on moving." Yeah, that was Matthew Wilder. Yeah. He said that shit, and I follow that verbatim. I live by Matthew Wilder's words. Look him up. Look up his fucking lyrics. They're published and on Google. I say that with a little bit of disgust because it's Matthew fucking Wilder we're talking about here. He's a genius. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Hold me down. Oh no, I'm moving. Oh man, see, once I start get going, man, I just want to start. You know what? I bought Matthew Wilder's Greatest Hits album, and it had 1 track on it, and it was Nothing's Gonna Break My Stride. That was the only song on it. I was bummed. Oh well. I'm stoned listening to you. Awesome. Because I'm stoned talking to you, brother. How's that? How's that going? How's that going for us? This is working out good. I'm talking to you, brother. Talking to the Wandering Hippie. Earlier I was talking some nonsense about bugbears and goddamn mimic treasure chests and Gary Gygax and his ex-wife. And at some point in the conversation, I learned how to do double jumps. Yeah, it's helpful as fuck, man. You don't think think about it. Think about it. Double jump. Once you learn how, you don't ever want to stop jumping. You don't want to quit. You just want to double jump all over the place, man. It's a shame. It's a shame that, fucking double dutch and hopscotch ain't a thing no more. Because with me and my double jumping skill, I'd have been that kid. I'd have been the one with the white shirt and the jeans held up by a string with the New York Yankees baseball cap on backwards and a bad attitude because my dad beats me. So I take it out on all the other neighborhood kids. My name is Butch, and I'm from New York. I'm kind of a prick. It's okay, though, because by 1979, I got shot in a shootout. Yeah, I walked in on a mugging going on, and I could have stopped it, but I didn't. I decided to take a candy bar and run out, but I got shot in the back. See? B-Say, do you want to talk to a guy like me right now about fucking orbs? I don't even know what I just said. I'm going to have to go back to even know what I said, dude. So do you really want... Look, is that what you want? A guy like me. I lost my 2 o'clock orange one, but yesterday will be better. What are you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? My dad beat me at tic-tac-toe with a belt. Oh, shit, dude. You come on. I was kidding. I didn't mean about the dad beating as a real thing. I didn't know your dad beat you, and of course, had I known, I would never have said anything. Well, then shut up, you fuck. You just trying to make me? You're trying to make me feel bad. Look, buddy. Look, B-Say. I'll get you up here and talk to you. You know what? God damn you. Here, you fucker. I ain't got nothing else to do anyway. Don't you fucking get your punk ass up here and talk to me about a goddamn orb. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. Get your fucking ass up here, B-Say. Nag me until I finally have you on. Get the fuck up here now. Now he's going to take his time, comb his hair, put on his good shirt. There he is. All right. There he This motherfucker wants to talk to me. You must be insane. B-Say is more insane or equally insane to me. Fucking hell. Hoax, what's up? So tell me what the
man.
you got going on with the orbs.
All right.
All right, look, let me preface this, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you. I don't know you. I don't think you don't appear to be a lying asshole, you know?
I don't know you either. Yep.
Right? So I'm not going to call you a liar because I don't know your experience. It's your experience.
Yeah.
Right? But you got to understand at the same time that I have now taken 13 somas. So on top of taking 13 somas, I've also taken some benzos and I'm smoking a lot of weed. So I'm going to try my best to even, I don't even know, to try my best to be presently here for making, see?
Okay.
You see what's
I got
happening?
you. I got you, brother. I got
Fuck.
you, man. Just
You're
slow down.
making my
Just-
brain melt.
No, it's all right. I
All
got
right,
you.
all right,
I
all
got
right,
you.
all
One
right. You got it.
one step at a time.
All right, so you're in Wisconsin. I remember. Correct?
No, I'm in Michigan, but I grew up in Wisconsin.
You grew up in Wisconsin. You live where in Michigan again? East Michigan, you said?
Grand Rapids, West Michigan.
Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
See, I'm from Metamora, but I grew up and was born in Lapeer, and lived in Flint my whole existence there.
Yeah. Remember?
I blame the water on my craziness. Because I used to like fucking swim in that fucking river right there. I used to gargle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember I told you my buddy, his band is called Image from Flint?
Image from Flint. No, I never.
Image.
Image.
The band is over 40 years old. My friend took it over from his dad. They're very famous in Flint.
Wow. Flint's a big town though, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, comparative. I would compare it to the size of Tampa, and I live in Tampa.
It's a real shithole. But
yeah, because it closes up to Grosse Point and Davison, and it's kind of like it's the same type of layout as Tampa. I'm telling you.
Yeah, bro. He plays at the Davison Eagles Club all the time too.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm a musician myself. I've been known to play some music myself, my man.
Me too, bro.
I'm not that good at it, but I do what I do.
Here.
Yeah.
Come on. Look at this. I got a keyboard.
I know that keyboard that's a Casio. That's a Casio. Oh.
I got some big speakers in my garage.
Yeah, those are nice. Oh, wait. Whoa. I saw some guns on the wall.
No, you didn't. I got a guitar. I got a fucking trombone. I got a violin. I got a fucking drums. I got a drum set. Dude, you don't know. You don't even know, dude.
No, I don't even know. I barely know you, man. But you got a garage full of cool shit already. You got a bunch of cool toys. Are you married? I asked because you know, wives don't usually like you to have fun playrooms like that.
I'm good at marriages and I'm good at divorces too. I'll just say that. How about that?
Hey, look, buddy, I've been divorced twice. Okay, me too. All right.
See how much we got in. See how much we got in common already.
I've lived a life, dude. Am I proud of all of my decisions? Fuck no. But you know, I'm here, and I'm talking to you and whoever the fuck you are.
But
I'm joking.
But this conversation was yesterday, dude. Don't you remember?
Dude, no, I don't.
No, this was yesterday. Now,
well, yesterday, no, I have no recollection. I remember you from yesterday, but I keep thinking it was this morning.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't
you're
this morning?
thinking you're thinking it was Sunday, right? Like now today is Monday, but now you think it's Sunday?
Wait, whoa. Today's Monday?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I am right because I had my kids today, and I don't have my kids on Monday, you motherfucker.
There you go.
Scared
Now
the
we're
shit out of me.
now we're having fun.
Yeah, that was fun because you just made me believe it was a goddamn Monday. Fucker. I got shit to do on Mondays, and I would get in trouble if I wasn't at a certain place at a certain time on a Monday at this time. So, dude, cut a dude some slack. But that was a good one. That was a good one.
All right.
I'll give you credit. All right, man. So what's up? You had this experience with the fucking orb. All right.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Just look. I don't want to. I want you just to fucking tell me about it. I don't want. I'm not going to interrupt you with the typical fucking UFO guy shit. This is going to be the most anti-UFO talk you'll ever have. So
Okay.
I want you to talk about it like dude, just no bullshit, man.
All right.
You're just telling what the fuck happened in your eyes, no embellishment, just what you saw and how you knew it was what you saw.
Okay. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it.
All right, I'm
It does.
gonna smoke. You talk, please. Mike is yours.
It does take a little energy from me to even talk about it. So that's how serious I am. Just so you know.
Okay. And I want you to know that again, I'm not parroting you or being I'm not being a douche. I want you to talk. I want you to tell me your story. And I want to objectively listen to your story. I think it would be fun. And
you don't have to pretend to be a douche.
Well, I am. So, I just don't want you to I want you to feel safe that I'm not going to be busting your balls about it, okay?
You can hey, listen, you can bust my balls. It's okay. And for UFO for UFO people, I have a couple stories about friends about UFOs, so I don't discount those stories either at all. But that's not my thing.
Yeah, it's I just I just want to hear what you saw.
Okay,
Yeah.
you ready?
If you're ready, I'm ready. It doesn't take energy out of me.
Okay.
So you do it when you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just ready. I'm just plugging my phone in before it goes dead because I don't want it to go dead during the middle of a story.
Yeah,
but anyway,
me neither.
Okay, you ready? You ready, DG?
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready, Chris.
Chris, come on.
Brian.
Well, quit saying my fucking name too, by the way. Dick.
You could have said anything. Like,
can't you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm shutting up. You thought I could
All right.
Oh, go, dude.
Now, listen.
I'm listening.
If I ever
Molly.
tell this story, I'm going to start out with a picture of my first son in the hospital
Oh.
and my second son in the hospital. And when I tell the story about the orb,
you look.
I am telling you, shut the fuck up. When I tell the story about when I tell the story about the orb, I say that I swear on both of their lives that what I say is the honest to God truth.
Okay. All right. See, and as a father of three, I that means that holds weight.
So
Right.
now you have to decide whether I'm a total liar or a psychopath trying to like make up a story or something, you know?
Oh, okay. I don't think that so far, but so far, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so hang on, let me turn around my camera. Because that didn't work. Just because when I'm telling that story, I want it to be honest and real. So when I was 13 in like 8th grade, my buddy and I were in my parents' basement of the house across from the river from a ancient Indian burial ground and an ancient civilization that disappeared over 1,000 years ago. Is called Astalon, in the town of Astalon in Wisconsin. And I grew up across the river. And in 8th grade, my buddy and I were in the basement listening to a tape cassette of Eddie Murphy Delirious. You know, back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, with the red leather.
Yeah, but it was the tape cassette. And so we were like, we smuggled it. We smuggled it because my parents would never let us listen to it, right?
Well, yeah, because he's Mr. T. Mr. T's fucking.
clench my butt cheeks together, right?
Yeah. I think your parents are right on that. But I had a copy of Delirious too at that age, so it's all good.
Well,
but go
we
ahead.
would watch the video, but we just had this tape cassette. But okay. Okay.
All right. The cassette.
So we're listening to this in the basement. Okay. And the basement was kind of dark. Kind of a long rectangular basement, right? And my buddy and I were sitting on the fucking couch listening to this Eddie Murphy tape. And down the stairwell came a light. And the light looked like someone with a spotlight, but the light wasn't on, but it looked like a reflective, round something, like somebody coming down the steps with a spotlight, but it wasn't on, right? And I'm looking, and my buddy is looking, and I said, "Chick, you see that?" He goes, "Yeah, what is it?" I said, "I don't know." And there's no one home. And so it comes down the stairwell about like 25 feet away, and it starts coming closer and closer. And it looked like somebody was creeping up on you with a spotlight. But then eventually, when it got within 10 feet, you could see that it was an sphere. There was no one carrying a flashlight. It was a sphere, and it was a low glowing
Yeah.
orb, and it continued ever so slowly across the basement. We're talking over a minute to get 20 feet, and it came up to my face, and it was about a little bigger than a softball, and very low light, but glowing a little. And it got within 2 feet of my face, and my buddy was sitting next to me. And it got so close that I yelled like a little girl. I said, "Stop it!" And it stopped getting closer, and it just stopped, and then started moving away. And we just sat there. Neither one of us could speak, and it moved away across the basement for another minute. It went past the stairway into the corner of the room. It got elongated from the ceiling to the floor, like it stretched out. And finally, it was bright because it was never bright before. And it started flickering, and it just disappeared. That was it. It never made a sound. So then I said to my buddy Schick, I said, "Okay, on the count of 3, let's run upstairs." And so we ran upstairs.
Broad daylight.
No, this was at like midnight.
Oh, okay. Oh, that changes everything.
And no one was at my parents' house. No one was home. I thought it was my sister playing a joke on us or something, but she wasn't there. So we talked about it. Let me make a long story longer.
No, man. No, I'm holding on there. Take you. I'm loving this. So take your time now. Now I'm fascinated. All right. It's better than
All
anything
right.
I did go over tonight.
So my parents were at a fucking bowling tournament that night. And so we went upstairs because we were scared to death. We went up and we talked about it. What the hell? We just talked about it all night. My parents came home the next morning. Excuse me. I tell my dad about this fucking story. And he blows me off and said, "Oh, you just seen a fireball. I seen one of them when I was young. And my uncle saw one." He started telling me like he saw this orb go across the living room floor back in the 50s. And he never told me. And so then I'm like, wait a minute. You don't believe me, but you seen a fireball? How many fireballs you got to see to believe me? So like 3 days later, because I was scared to go back in that basement, dude. I'm serious. I was scared to go.
So there's like a feeling of there's a fearful feeling when it happened to you. Did it feel negative?
It did when it was in front of my face. It wasn't threatening. It was scary, but it didn't threaten me. It didn't threaten. So anyway,
okay, yes.
About 2 days later, I finally go down in the basement during the daytime, and I go to pick up that tape recorder that was playing the Eddie Murphy tape, right? And the fucking Eddie Murphy tape was all melted and twisted and fucking bunched up and shit right at the time that we saw that motherfucker, which means the orb created some magnetic.
It had to be magnetic.
Something to melt that tape, man. I mean, that's the only physical evidence that I have about it, but it has to be related. It has to be related. And then now,
I didn't want you listening to that fucking Delirious, man. It was dirty, and you're listening to that dirty shit. They didn't want you doing it.
Dude, now you're the second person in my life to ever suggest that.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me. Why would that be? Why would that be burnt? And do you think you're not? You can't be the only person that's seen a fireball, okay? And if so, there would be rashes of magnetic tapes and shit being burnt all over the place.
I don't know.
It seems to me like that's the target. Like it didn't like that because look, man, that was it can make you blush now. Remember when he's talking about AIDS and I mean it's funny. It made me the comedian I am today, but it's filthy. It's fucking filthy, man, and it's filthy on another level. Filthy. Delirious and Raw. Those two, those are some filthy fucking. They're awesome. They're the best, but they're fucking filthy, man. There was no place he didn't go, and I think maybe there's something to that because those were at the time in 1983 and 84 when those come out.
Yeah,
comedy albums didn't sell like music albums. So guess who got so in 1985, guess who got a music album too? Because he sold so many comedy albums. Eddie Murphy, because my girl wants to party all the time.
Yeah, he did.
Party all the time.
He did have a single.
Yeah.
He did have a good single back then.
He had a whole album of all right. And I'm telling you, I think those type of albums like Delirious and Raw are meant for kids to hear, and it does something to a certain type of a kid. And maybe something didn't like the fact that you were listening to that shit, or didn't like the fact the other kid was listening to that shit. It might not even have nothing to do with you. The fact that it came up to your face, it makes me. I was going to ask you: was there any kind of a smell, like a sulfur or Corona type of a smell?
No, nothing. No, nothing, man. Just and what I want to say is that it was a little bigger than a softball, but it was a sphere, like a bubble. It looked like a bubble, but it had light. It had light inside it.
You say bubble, but your dad said that, he says fireball.
Yeah.
Those are those aren't the same, man. And that's not even like you can't even confuse the two.
That's why I'm saying, that's why it's saying it's not like anything I've ever heard.
So there was probably some sort of fucking living ghost situation going on, and was there any other while you were there? Was there any other like experience you had? Like maybe at night up in your room sleeping, you're scared to go to bed.
There's actually two more, but these are. I thought they were related, but not. So I don't want to take up your panel tonight, but there is, and like I said, I grew up across the river from this ancient Native American burial ground, and I'm telling you, it's something related.
And you have the floor. Anything I had to do tonight will be pushed off till tomorrow.
Oh, no way. No way.
I don't care. I think what you got going on is interesting, and it's not something. It came about organically. I didn't ask you. I met you by. I don't even know how you came to my show. So,
Well, you paid me $20 to tell this story.
That's right. I did give you $20. Now, you dickhead. So, it's like it's totally organic the way you're hearing the story you're telling. So, I think you should be able to talk about the other shit that happened in your life that because that can't just be one incident. I mean, you had to have been tortured as a kid.
All right. Wait a minute, GG. Let me just tell you this, that the story about that orb, and it's a classmate of mine since kindergarten, and we still talk about it 40 years later, dude.
Wow.
And if I would have seen that shit alone, if that would have happened to me alone, I probably would have fucking committed suicide. But all these years, I got a witness. He was next to me. So thank God I got a witness. But anyway, 6 months earlier, I was deer hunting about...
My man, using a bow? You bow hunt?
No, shotgun at the time. But anyway, 6 months earlier, about less than a mile away from the house in the woods, I'm deer hunting one morning. And I'm leaned up against a fucking tree by myself. And I hear these footsteps. And I look behind me, I'm looking around, there's nothing there, and so I'm just like, okay. And then I hear a couple more footsteps, and I look around, and there's fucking no one there. And, it's a pine forest, and so there's pine needles and leaves everywhere. Like you could hear a mouse running from 100 feet away. It was dead quiet in the morning when I hear these footsteps, and they're getting closer and closer, one step at a time. Like you hear this crunch of the leaves on the floor, on the ground.
Yeah, there's no mistaking the crunch of pine needles, man. No, in the pine barrens, no mistaking.
And so it's like one step at a time, and I keep looking behind the tree, and there's no one there. And it keeps getting closer and closer. And I finally went fucking insane. I put a chamber in my gun, and I got up and I ran through the woods looking for whoever it was creeping up on me. And there's no one there, man. No one anywhere.
What do you think?
And I went back to the tree. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking. I go back to the tree. I go back to the tree, and I sit back down. I'm like, oh, I was hearing things, right? And no shit, I heard that shit again. And I got up and I walked home. I'm like, I'm leaving. I wasn't scared anymore. But now the difference between the orb, which was bright and shiny, but no sound, compared to the footsteps that were only sound and invisible, I think there's some kind of fucking shapeshifter or soul or spirit or fucking something going on around that fucking place. And it sucks. And the other one is when I was 5 years old, sitting by the riverbank out my bedroom window, I would hear drums beating and kids laughing, and like drums and kids, just children laughing. And I swear to God, I could hear that shit at night. And it was almost, and now I think about it years later, I don't know if I was listening to a Native American people having a fire, sitting around the fire and dancing, I mean, but that's so early in my life. That's not the important part. You know, I don't have clear memory of that, but I do have clear memory of the orb and the fucking footsteps.
But at the same time, when you're 5 years old, you are so ultra aware, and if you hear other kids, it's like an instant. Ooh, I want to go see. You know, I want to go, and you know, it's an instant. Kids, you're so curious that. Yeah, I.
Yeah, dude, this was across the river where there's no people for like 2 miles. I mean, it was clearly, I heard it. I sat and looked out the window listening. I remember it. And it happened maybe twice when I was young, 5 or 7 years old.
Were they like tribal drum beats, you know? Like toms, more tom. I mean, you know, you have a drum kit right there, you know. Were they more tom, tribal beats? Or was it just...
It definitely was some kind of tribal beat.
Yeah.
I don't know. That I can't speak about that much because
you're 5. It's amazing you remember anything at 5.
Oh, I got a good fucking memory, and ever since that fucking orb, I really got a good memory. And I listen to people, listen to stories. I'm open to any story because I don't expect anyone to believe me unless I am willing to at least listen to them.
I believe you because I don't see where you have any motive to lie. I haven't heard any reason for you to want attention for this. It doesn't sound like something that's been positive in your life, and you know. So
yeah, I don't have a fucking orb channel, or I don't even promote my. It's not about that.
That's what I'm saying. I tried looking you up and everything, and you don't have a footprint. Yes, you have a very small footprint, and you know, you're the real deal. You're just telling a story of what you'd seen, and you know, I believe you, brother.
Well, and the only reason I showed you the picture of my sons is at least in a little bit of faith that you would believe me that I would swear upon their soul that I'm telling you the truth.
And I have 3 kids myself, and that's a big deal to me, man. And if you would, it would take a certain piece of shit to do that. So, and I don't take you as a piece of shit. You're holding your kids with a smile. So your character speaks for itself. So
I didn't say I'm not a piece of shit. I just said I'm not a liar.
Well, you don't look like a piece of shit. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. I don't know you that well.
I ain't a liar though. Number one, I'm not a liar.
I don't think you're lying. I don't know what your gain would be out of lying to get on my little show to tell, you know, and bring up something that's you know, takes energy out of you. That's hard to talk about. I mean, you know, I don't see where I don't see where the lying would even come into play. So
I guess the moral of the story is that when somebody tells you a story that's like very hard to understand or very unbelievable, or you don't understand, or you think they're crazy, I'm just telling you, sometimes you better just listen because there's way too many of these stories for not even one to be true. You know what I mean?
That's true. No, that's a fucking fact. And well, and again, You believe it was malevolent? like, 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 do you think it was trying to harm you your whole
No,
life?
no, no. I think it was a observer. I think it was first. I thought it was a ghost. Then I thought it was a spirit. Then I thought it was a time traveler because it didn't want to hurt us. It felt like it was just looking that orb. I'm back to the orb.
Right,
It just
right.
felt like it was looking at you, like it was looking at you, dude. And as soon as I made a motion and I said, knock it off, it backed away. So it like was so number one, it was, I believe it was intelligent. I don't know what it was, but I just believe it was intelligent because it responded to my voice.
I like your
And
idea. I like your idea of time travel because your dad seen a fireball.
yeah, my dad said it went across the living room when he was young from one outlet in across the room into another outlet.
I like the idea of time travel.
Time traveler is what I lean toward. Yeah.
That's and the reason, and look, man, I'm fucked up, but I'm telling you, your dad is a key to it, man. Somehow because but and I believe, you know what I think. I bet you there's different versions of however you travel, and maybe the older versions looked more like a fireball. By the time it was you were a kid, it was evolved enough to look like a bubble. You know, something not so scary, but it still scared you. But fuck, if it was a ball of fire, imagine you'd have fucking shit your pants and been stuck in Bellevue. You know what I'm saying? So I just I like the idea that maybe it's just somebody who's like what do they call them? Like a guardian angel, maybe, but a guardian angel that you can somehow see. And but your buddy's seen it.
Yeah.
That's you see, and that throws that off to me because
Right.
your buddy shouldn't have seen it. And if he's seen it, then again I go back to time traveling. Because you're still friends with him to this day.
Yeah. Oh, we're
So
we
yeah,
were friends. We were friends before that, but yeah, we're bonded together forever because of this shit, man. And in fact, this happened in 8th grade, and then for like 4 or 5 years after we told enough people and no one believed us, we just quit talking about it. So then,
yeah, why would
like
you?
10 years later, we start talking about it again, and like I say, shit. You remember that shit, right? I wasn't dreaming. Yeah, man. Yeah. And we remind each other of it.
See, that's it could. I look. I'm nobody, but I think there's a connection between the graveyard and the it being an Indian burial ground. Do you know what kind of Indian by chance?
Yeah, Mississippians.
Mississippians, huh?
Yeah,
I,
you got a pencil and paper.
Why? Yeah. Well, I got a cell phone and a stylus.
Well, if you're able to write something down, look at Aztalan. Aztalan. Aztalan.
Hold on. AZT. Go ahead. AZT. What else?
ALAN.
Aztalan.
Yeah, Aztalan.
Aztalan. What is Aztalan?
Oh, that's all you got to do. Search on YouTube for Aztalan, and you'll find it in 1 second.
Okay.
Aztalan State Park.
That's the park you lived across the street from?
Across the river, yeah, in the out in the wilderness. That's for real, dude. I'm just telling you. You ain't gotta worry about my truth, because I am telling you right now. And you'll see some stories about it, and it's mysterious.
No,
And
I
they
like
live.
the idea that you want, you're cognizant of the idea that people are going to think you're nuts, and you combat it instantly by agreeing with the idea that, yeah, it is nuts, but I can't deny that it did happen to me. You say,
Yeah.
hey, I think everything you said was very to the point, and I believe you.
It's
I don't know you.
it's a curse and a blessing. Put it that way. I mean, I can't explain it
sounds like
any
it.
other way.
It sounds like it, man, because I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want it, because I'm a deer hunter too, and if there's somebody behind me and I can't see him, dude, I don't know what I'm doing, because that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Weird shit happens in the woods, but that doesn't fucking happen. That shouldn't happen.
So after like 40 years, every time I go back to my parents' house, I'm waiting for that fucking orb again. I'm always waiting. At night,
I'm
I'll go
wondering,
outside, I go
why
down in the basement and look for that thing. I'm waiting 40 years for this
You
fucking shit to
should.
come back.
You should how far away from them are you?
Well, now I live 325 miles away, but
Oh yeah, you're far away now. But do they ever say, like, wow, we've seen the fireball again, or we've seen a bubble,
hell no, man.
or I just think that generation doesn't see that shit, though, man. It's you know what I'm talking about? That generation just doesn't. They didn't think in fantastic terms, you know.
Okay. All I can get, my only guess, GG, my only guess after all this time is that I spent my entire childhood and life sitting on the riverbank across from there, just fishing and looking, my whole entire life by myself, out in the country, out on the river with no one around. And I just always felt like if there was a spirit, they just were checking me out or something, or, you know.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is that river known for anybody like a lot of drownings, or
No.
like weird?
No.
No weird drownings or anything like that.
No.
So it doesn't seem to be malevolent.
Right. No.
It just seems to be, so it's got, you know what, man? No, because again, your friend and your dad are wild cards. If this just happened to you, we could narrow it down a little better. But it could have to do with you and your best friend. But you know, your dad's thing was completely separate. But how can that be? How the fuck can that be?
Right, man. Right.
So there's just like there's. I don't understand.
The more we talk about it, the more confusing it gets. It's difficult, dude. You think you're confused? I'm fucked up for 40 years over it.
The size of a softball.
Yeah, a little bigger, more like a muskmelon or a cantaloupe.
And you didn't have any thought to touch it at all? Because kids ought to touch everything, right?
No, I was so scared to touch it. It came within 2 feet of me, man. I could have
Like-
touched it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering why I'm wondering why you were so scared is what I'm wondering. Like what?
Because it felt like it was just fucking looking at you. It felt like it was like observing you, just looking.
Yeah, but was your friend was as scared as you, right? At the
Yeah.
same-
Fuck
so
yeah.
you both are probably feeding off of each other's fear too. So it's like, I wonder what would have happened if you would have touched it or tried to,
That's a good question, man. I've been thinking about.
had another emotion but fear. I get the
Yeah,
fear,
man.
I get the fear because it's not something you see every day, right?
I think it moved away because it sensed the fear. It didn't want to hurt us. It wasn't there to hurt us. It was there to just look at us.
Or to move something out of the way so somebody didn't trip and fall down the stairs and break their fucking neck. You know what I'm talking about?
Or to destroy the Eddie Murphy tape.
Yeah, exactly. Or to destroy the Eddie Murphy tape to stop that film from getting in your brain.
You're only the second person in my life to suggest that.
That's right. Because I know what to listen for. I listened to every word you said, everything, and I could write it down. I could transcript everything you said.
Yeah.
I have that kind of a memory, even I don't care how fucked up I am, and I will remember every word you said like it was like I am watching a movie, and I can replay it, and I can rewind it in my head, and I can fast forward it in my head. I've always been able to do that. I will remember every little thing you don't think I know about you. I know. I like I said, I think you're a good guy, and I think whatever it was, it didn't like you sneaking and listening to it. I think man, it was a different time then. You gotta remember, 83 and 84. It doesn't seem that long ago, but Eddie Murphy was dirty, man. He was dirty. Yeah,
I think it was 86. It was just right
86?
after that,
Okay. All right. So
85, but it was like a year or two after Delirious. I don't know. 87 maybe. I don't know. I was in 8th grade. I know that.
Maybe Eddie Murphy is part of the fucking satanic Illuminati, and this spirit heard it from across the river, and it was sounding like nails on a chalkboard, and he came over and
it's probably sounded like nails on a chalkboard to my fucking dead grandmother, but not to me. I think the shit was as funny as anything I ever heard today.
Yeah, I'm talking if it was an Indian spirit, is what I mean. Did you think? You think it was funny? No, he's not. You think the Indian spirit is going to think what you're listening to is funny? No
way.
He's not. He doesn't live in a world where you talk about pussy and faggots and look. I'm just saying what he says on there. That's on.
True that, bro. True that.
I'm just telling you what Eddie Murphy was about. He talked about, he was very open about that stuff, and It was not geared for younger children. That's for goddamn sure. But somehow you got a copy and I did too. Isn't that weird? Some Midwestern fucking corn-fed motherfucker. Some
I got it.
Florida dick.
I got it from my older sister who was in high school at the time. You know,
Dude, that's where I got all my shit from. All my tapes were my sister's tapes because these guys would try to date her, and of course they'd make her mixtapes, and they'd write all on them and everything. So I learned the Dead Kennedys, the Sex Pistols, the Dead Boys, fucking just the list went on, and it was all because of my sister, and she would always have them. And God, I would just, as soon as this dude gave her a Misfits tape, that was it. I was a Misfit fucking lover from day one.
You know what though? This was all before I started drinking and smoking weed too. I didn't start that shit until like 8th grade or 9th grade maybe, but you know, everyone says, "Oh, you were on drugs, you were fucked up," and no, I was sober as a judge during this time.
You got to remember that blacks were just coming out of the closet. Remember the black people coming out of segregation in the 60s. Well, that's the 60s. He's talking about the 80s. Walter. He's not that old. Look at him. Christ's
Holy
sakes.
shit. No, god damn it, I'm not that old.
I know. Jesus Christ, Walt. He wasn't around in the 60s, Walt. He was probably barely alive in the 70s. He's probably my age. How old are you?
Didn't we go over this for 2 hours earlier?
Dude.
Mr. Memory.
Now you're just being a dickhead.
No, I know. I am a smart.
Yes.
Hey,
No,
I
remember. Shut up. 53.
53 next week.
53 next week. Shut up, motherfucker. It just takes me a minute to get it kick-started.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, no, you go fuck yourself first.
You don't got to ask me twice.
Yeah, man. You're a funny dude, man. But that's an interesting story, but I really do think it's got a lot to do with there always seems to be Indian. When I was a kid in Michigan, we used to go to Dryden Cemetery, right? So, and it was a fun place because it was very hilly and had a lot of really big trees, and it was just a really nice place. Still is to this day. We'd go down there. It had a pump, an old pump, and water would come out. We'd drink it. That's just old dead fucking people that we're drinking. But the only thing that ever happened to me is one night, me and my friend, we wanted to see if there was anything weird that goes on in the cemetery. Now, late for us was like 8 p.m. Because fuck you, man. We're not getting stuck out there past curfew or some shit. So we go out there, and I've told this to my kids, and it's something that I can't explain to this day. It kind of reminds me of your kind of thing. But I saw something that was dimly lit, moving in a way that it looked like somebody was holding the only way I can describe it is because I don't know what it would be like, but like holding like one of those old handled flashlights, because it has a swing to it when you walk. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a lamp, a oil lantern or something.
Yeah, like an oil lantern. It looked like something that could be brighter, but it wasn't that bright, and it was more blue than anything, and it just kind of meandered along the tree line, and then just kind of meandered out into the tree line, and you know, we both saw it. Um, you know, we were scared shitless, of course, for no reason. It didn't do anything. I don't even think it knew or cared we were there. In that situation, I think it was just something residual and probably does it every so often, you know, when nobody even notices. But I don't normally see shit. I don't normally experience stuff. You know, and whenever I see Michigan, I always think it's separated in two parts. Well, it kind of is, man. West Michigan is different than East Michigan, that's for sure. Kalamazoo, it's so much different than, say, you know, Lapeer. It's not no good or bad way. It's all good. It's all good. I am a Michigan purist. I was born there. I'm proud to have been born there. I have family that lives there still. I visit them still to this day. In fact, I have a hat of my cousin owns he owns a bed and breakfast out on a lake up in the UP, or maybe it's Lake Hamilton or something. I don't know, but it's called Fletchies. And so
Is that your brother?
No, it's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin.
Yeah, he looks just like me. He's just about 10 years older.
Is he gay too?
Is he gay too? Motherfucker. I'm not gay. Whatever give you the impression that I am gay?
I'm just enjoying messing with you, bro. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm not worried about it. I know what team I'm on. It's not like I'd get mad at you. You know, I'm not. No, I'm not. You shut up. I'm gonna go fuck a girl right now. Prove it to you, man.
You said I have the floor, so why don't you just shut the fuck up for a minute, okay? We were doing good.
All right, go ahead. I'll let you have it.
No, that's all right.
So nicely.
No, really, that's all right. I like your what you said, your opinion, because you got me thinking now. Just because I told you're the second person who said that maybe it had something to do with that Eddie Murphy tape. I don't know. I got to think about it.
I would do like research on other like looking if there's any other sightings in where things were melted like magnetic things were melted. 'Cause
Well,
that
many
that would be noted.
many times over the years, I studied ball lightning. Everybody said, "Oh, it has to be ball lightning." Like they get these little orbs and ball lightning everywhere, and they go along power lines, and people seeing pictures of orbs everywhere and all that shit. But nothing comes close to what I've seen. You know.
Well, and if it was ball lightning, it probably would have killed you because you were close enough to where it probably would have arced, and you'd have been fucking dead in 2 seconds.
I'm struggling whether it was something to do with a spirit or if it was a time traveler, because the time traveler. time traveler makes more sense. Like it was just there to be an observer.
But then again, think of it this way too. I just thought of this. What if it was an Indian who is fascinated about the current way of life? And he's just watching you because somehow he's here.
It could have been a spirit deer hunter warrior watching me.
Yeah.
But then why would he come as a
I don't think he'd be rude and fuck your shot or anything up on you like that.
why would he but if it was a time traveler, why would he come in the woods as a invisible something and then another time come with total silence but light? So how do you connect it's I can't connect the two experiences, you know?
I feel like it's something, you know what I actually kind of feel like it might be, brother? It could be something that's attached to you, right? It could be something because you live there that just it doesn't even know how. But for somehow it can be around you and it can see what's going on around you. And for the most part, it can stay out of your vision for the most part. But I'm seriously thinking that it would be an Indian elder or an Indian like shaman, one who would have known some ancient shit that, you know what I mean? That the old world shit. And I think he could either be just curious, he could be attached to you and can't get, couldn't get away from you. But I think it's more or less like, I bet they're assigned to certain people, man. After death, I bet they get assigned to certain people. And at some certain point, maybe, they have to, if it's detrimental enough, whatever the situation may be, because you don't know the situation that day. Maybe it was to get you out of the basement because of carbon monoxide. I mean, who knows the situation that the thing could have appeared.
Oh, that's another thought. That's another thought I didn't ever think about, you know. Look behind, you got to look beyond what I've thought about all these years. All of a sudden you propose a new idea. That's what I'm happy about hearing, man. That's what that's the best part about sharing the story, which I don't do only one time per year, ever, maybe. So,
well, I understand. You should write your experiences down, and I would go back and stay over a few nights and kind of expect it as an old friend. I would even talk to it like it was an old friend. Like, look, it's safe. I understand. Let's coexist. I would talk to, I would be as friendly as motherfucking possible.
let me just tell you one more thing, because I have pursued this. I've gone after the story. I've been looking for it my whole life. And finally, about 10 years ago, I find a guy through my aunt who went to school with his sister years ago, and his name is Stanley Cooper. He lives in California. He's the number one phenomenon, the number one unexplained phenomenon doctorate of, I don't know what his doctorate is called, phenomenon or whatever, but wrote many books, and I finally got a hold of him. And I wrote a 3-page letter to him explaining this orb. And I thought, I finally got opportunity to tell someone who knows what I'm talking about. And because I thought I seen something so incredible. And I finally, and you know what? He emailed me back the next day. You know what he says?
You know what? He didn't care.
He says, the first line was, he goes, your story is not unique. And he studied this shit his whole life, dude. And he's like, hey, these orbs, they avoid photography. You can't photograph them because they're too smart to be photographed.
Or just too bright, man. I mean, what the and back then you would have had a camera with the flash cube anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you could have even gotten a good shot of it. It's not. You're not looking for. You know, it sounds to me like you're looking for more. What was it more than who's believing in you? Because you know what, man, that's just the way people work.
What he tried to explain to me is what he said. My situation isn't unique. A lot of people everywhere have seen these things before.
I don't like it because I haven't seen it, and I'm afraid if I did, I'd tear it in fucking 8 different pieces. Because no, listen, brother, I had just last week, I had a sleep paralysis, and it hasn't happened in about 5 years. It never happened in my new house, and it never happened when my eyes were awake or opened either, and I was awake, and I could not move. It feels like there's something evil in my room. It feels like it's in the corner. It feels like if I could just get up at enough time, I could catch it. And I can never get up fast enough to catch it. And I feel that if I did catch it, I would like the type of murder I would do to this thing would be legendary. You know what I mean? I'd take them outside and tie them to a chair and, you know, be like the Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
You know, just start cutting his ears off.
Yeah, bro. I get it.
I don't like, I have a real problem with the negative spirits. And I'm not even a guy who goes around saying I have negative spirits because I don't. But, you know, I think they're bullies, and I don't like bullies. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about certain things. That and most of them might just be observatory, but you know, when you're doing it in the shadows and it's subversive, come on, man. You can't expect a fucking, you know, a 13-year-old kid to just not freak the fuck out. So, but what could travel in that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it a little being? Is it does it, well, you said it stretched, so maybe it could form itself into a human shape, maybe.
Well, it elongated from the floor to the ceiling for only 2 seconds and then flickered and just disappeared. It was like if it was a time traveler, it was like a door opened
and so
they were gone. I mean, it's frustrating, dude. It's well,
the flicker is a teller too. I like that. I like that description that you see in the flicker, because that tells me something too.
And for the first time, it was bright. It was a very soft glow. But then when it elongated, it flickered bright like 5 times and then disappeared.
Oh, like 5 times.
It was like a
Yeah.
it was like a doorway opened. Something you could look at it that way. A doorway opened for 2 seconds. I don't know, man.
You really think you would have been so scared you would have killed yourself had your friend not been there? I mean, I'm wondering.
Yeah, because it drives me crazy my whole life, even though I have a witness. Imagine if this shit happened to you and you just had to think it was imaginary your whole life.
Well, no. I mean, I wouldn't. I couldn't. There's no way, because every day I'd be calling myself a liar, and you're not lying. So why do that to yourself?
Well, I'm not saying I would have killed myself. I'm just saying
I understand it would have fucked you.
I'm so thankful that I have someone to corroborate my story.
Yeah, but I wonder though, what would have happened had it just been you? You know what I mean? But it obviously wasn't meant to be that way, because if there's such thing as time travel, they don't fuck up and make mistakes. Okay, they're gonna be where they need to be and do what they got to do and take out.
That's
So
true too. It couldn't be a mistake. It couldn't be a mistake.
No, there was a reason. So what the reason was, like, it could have been anything. But for some reason, man, yeah, see, look, Little Wing, I see portals in nature after sunset. You know, there's so much weird things out there that I think our ancestors just didn't tell us. And they knew this shit was out there, and they knew there was stuff out there in the forests, right? But they just didn't tell us, because maybe they were able to get rid of a lot of it, but not all of it. And I think there's still things in, especially with how terrible the fucking Native Americans are treated. You know, that might be enough vengeance to hold a spirit here. And I don't think he would want to be very kind. Because why? You're a white guy. You know, why be nice to you? He doesn't believe in God like we do. And he doesn't, well, supposedly when you die, you have kind of this what do they call that? The rosary stone or the Rosetta Stone, where everybody can understand everybody. You know, it's one universal language. But Bad Nurse sees energy grids. So, you know, that could be it too, man. The water being right next to the cemetery, you living there, I guarantee you that's connected. Because water is always connected to that kind of activity. There's usually a body of water around. And I think for some reason they can get their energy or some energy from water. You know, and maybe it's hydrogen, maybe it's something in the water that they could use, because maybe that bubble was composed of water. I mean, I don't. But I'm thinking, man, it's coming from that fucking. I bet other people on your street. I bet if you asked other people on that street, your neighbors, if they've ever noticed anything like that. I bet you would hear some really interesting stories. I guarantee you would.
Well,
Because I think it has something to do with that river and that cemetery.
well, later on, Gigi, you just look up any article that you find on Astalon
I'm gonna
State
look it
Park.
up. Oh, I'm
then
looking it up.
then
Oh.
you'll get a good then you'll get a good vibe about what happened to this civilization. It disappeared. No one knows why. That's a whole nother story, man.
Rich.
It's a whole
Rich.
nother. It's a whole nother story.
Shit. So it's kind of like Jamestown, where these people just were up and gone, but their shit was still laid out like they were gonna eat
No, Jamestown. They know what people that happened to the people. In Astalon, they don't know what happened to this whole little town, this civilization that just disappeared, like they were just wiped off the planet, like like aliens took them all, just disappeared. I'm telling you, man, I wouldn't fuck around. Just read up on it. It's kind of important, and no one knows about it.
No, it sounds fucking interesting.
Yeah,
I've never heard
dude.
of it. It sounds cool.
No one.
And I think Bad Nurse is right. She thinks it's an energy grid, and that goes from the cemetery, probably gets recharged and energized, and then moves on, and it's gonna hit whatever's in the path. I guarantee you, and if you're out deer hunting, that's what they did. So it's I would bet my bottom dollar that they are Indian watchers.
Okay, here, let me show you something here quick, so then you can even get a better settings, camera, back. Okay, let me show you, at least for your own benefit. Can you see that?
Sure can. It's oh yes, now I do. It's a looks like is it a lakefront with yeah.
This is the river.
There's a river. Yeah, I see that.
This is my parents' house.
Wow.
And so this is where I would sit and fish they still live there today, dude. Anyway. Yeah. And
what a front yard, man. You're so lucky.
Across the river is Astalon. All right. Just so you know, we're trying to put this together for you.
Look at that though, man. Your front yard was a fucking river.
Yeah. And then no neighbors. No neighbors, man.
I don't see anybody. I see a house way out in yonder, but
Yeah.
That's old school living, man. That is so. I grew up in Michigan, and yes, my parents lived like that, but I sure didn't. Well, to be fair, I moved to Florida when I was about 7, but I moved back to Michigan when I was 20 till about 40, and I have nothing but love for Michigan. Nothing but love. Love everything about it, man. Not a bad thing about it. I can smell it. I can smell it right now. It has that smell. And I totally love the idea that the Michiganer, they take advantage of what they got up there, man. They deer hunt, they ice fish, they what I'm saying? It's you guys are you live off you love the land. You live off the land. You guys respect it. And because you love what you get to do. My family does it, and I think it's just the coolest thing. I really do. Lot of
Yeah.
respect. A lot of respect, man.
Well,
No,
I'm only in Michigan. I'm only in Michigan. I met my ex-wife on Match.com. Otherwise, I'm a cheese. Oh,
Wait, hold up. You broke up there for a second. You said something about your ex-wife and Match.com. What?
well, I said I'm only a Michigander because I met my ex-wife on Match.com years ago. But I'm a cheesehead.
Oh,
I'm a cheesehead.
you're a cheesehead. All right, man. I got it. Fucking hey. I'll always refer to you as a fucking cheesehead.
Please do. I love it. Thank you.
I have no problem with it. Look, Match.com, huh?
Yeah, don't do it.
I did once. And
And plenty of fish doesn't work any better either. Just trust me, dude.
you know how old she was?
Who?
This girl on whatever that one. Which one did you say first? Match.com. This was back. God, I think I was like 23. It was the first real dating .com, right? And I got on it, and I met this girl on there, and I was in a band, and I was gonna play that night, and she said that she'd like to come meet me, but I get a call on my cell phone, and she's outside. She can't get in, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Why can't she get in? And it's because she wasn't 18. She wasn't 18. Turned out she was 16 years old. Parents didn't even know she left her house, and all she wanted to do was just talk out in front of the bar. And that was the last time I ever used Match.com. Look, she was cute, but 16, no way in motherfucking hell.
Yeah, you got to move to Colombia to hook up with that shit.
I'm not into younger chicks. I like women my own age or a little younger or a little older. I don't want. I mean, I've dated girls, and I can most certainly date girls in their 20s and 30s. I have and do on occasions, but the woman I'd like to be with is about my own age, has had her own struggles, and has learned, grown strong from them, and needs a dude to fuck her silly, who will break her fucking backs. You know what I mean? Blow her back out style.
Can you give her my number?
You fucking asshole. It was me I was talking about, man. It was me all along. But no, I won't give you her number. Well, I guess I can give you her number. I don't have her number, so
That's okay.
It's one of those things, dude.
I got too much. I got too much going in my life with my kids right now and work to worry about women. I hate to say it.
Listen, I'm right there with you, but your dick would like a warm vagina. Don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie. See, don't lie. You're a man. You can only do that stuff for so long. You gotta get out a little bit. You can't. You can only be dad, and all that. All it's gonna do is you're gonna waste the time when you could be out there slaying some pussy and wasting it, and then you're only gonna be older, and nobody's gonna want to touch your dick with a 10-foot pole. So give yourself the fucking
You're funny,
chance.
dude. You're fucking fun. You're funny as fuck, dude.
Well, give yourself the opportunity, man. Fuck,
This is-
dude. You-
This is my only.
That's your buddy.
That's my only woman right now.
Hey, I understand. I understand. She's a beautiful woman. She's very beautiful. Very beautiful. I love black and white dogs. You're such a beautiful. You're so beautiful. Yes, you
Thank you. Thank you. I try. I didn't even put on makeup.
Nah, fuck. But no, man. Everybody needs a little bit of companionship. It doesn't have to be somebody who even emulated your ex. It could be, or it's maybe somebody you just go over and visit. You guys have the an agreement that it's we just fuck and hang out. Maybe we'll go out to eat, and then but I go home, you go do your thing. Those kind of things they work. And women, look, here's a statistic that you don't know. 90% of married women want a boyfriend to fuck. They don't want to even fuck their own husband. 90% of them in America. They don't even want to fuck their own husbands, dude.
You don't have to. You don't even have to try to convince me of that.
They want a boyfriend. I'm that boyfriend. Here I am, ladies, waiting. Mustache rides. Free mustache rides from Gigi.
I don't mind talking about orbs, but if it comes to talking about that history, I gotta shut my mouth, dude. I get too many people in trouble, man.
Well, I don't want you to get nobody in trouble, man. That's why I try to lighten it up. That's why I try to lighten it up with, talking about a little bit of sex and shit, because I'm obviously hardly a sex symbol of any kind. So
I think you're pretty sexy, dude.
yeah, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I mean, not in a sexual way, but I think you're pretty good looking. At least you're a good talker and a good listener, even if you're a stupid, dumb, dick, cunt, motherfucker.
All right, man. That was well said. Well said. Perfectly said. And what can I say to that?
How about go fuck yourself?
There you go. It's perfect.
Come on, give me a finger. Give me a finger. It'll make a good thumbnail for you. Give me a finger.
I don't give you a finger. I like you, man. I
got nothing for love for you too, brother. I'm just kidding.
Well, of course. I know you're kidding. If I thought you weren't kidding, we'd be head to head. But nah, man, I know the kind of guy you are already, and you're a good dude. You're just a good. I don't have to worry about you, man.
Hey, I appreciate that. I think you're a good dude too, man.
Thanks, dude. I don't think anybody's. I don't think anybody would probably give you as much credit, but you're a good dude, and I think you're such a good guy that you need some time on, you know, to get out of this for a little bit. Maybe go somewhere to, you know, maybe plan a little summer vacation somewhere. You know what I mean? Just maybe an area where there's, you know, a lot of ladies that like white men, serve a lot of margaritas, and you know what I'm saying? That might be nice, and get your head out of it. Get, you know, try to and think about it. You know, maybe start writing a book. Start researching that lake, that town, your neighbors, if you're even that inclined, because there's something there.
I'm writing a book, and you just wrote the first chapter for me tonight.
Look at me. Look at me go. I'm a fucking writer, dude. But that's it, you know? You sound like a great father. But even your boys would want you to get laid, man. Guaranteed. They'd sacrifice not seeing you for a week or maybe a week or two, you know, to let you go get some ass. Come on, you know they would.
I already got plans, bro, but I appreciate I appreciate the encouragement, you know? I appreciate the encouragement.
I'm glad you have plans.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see that I'm glad you see it. Because, you know, man, it sounds that kind of shit. I don't know. You need to start seeing if it starts happening when you go places, you know, and just start keeping record. No,
I'm assuming you want to go I'm assuming you want to go camping and don't tell anybody about it.
What? Oh, camping. I'm gonna go camping with you, weirdo.
One sleeping bag. Come on.
Yeah, fucking weirdo. I don't even. I don't use a sleeping bag, and I sleep in the fucking nude. I sleep inside fucking tree trunks that are hollowed out.
Oh, now we're really going camping.
Yeah, I'm for real. If I'm going camping, I'm gonna make loincloth first and foremost. I'm ditching my clothes, making a loincloth. Then I'm gonna go find a tree trunk to sleep in. Don't wake me up until 11 the next day, because if you do, I won't help you hunt. I'll be a dick like that, man. I'll be like, "Fuck you,
My nickname is Tree Trunk.
Well, you get your own tree trunk, because I'm a master of finding tree beds. I find tree beds, man. I'm a ranger. I can survive out in the woods for ever. Like literally. Like Matt, Second Star Survival down here. He's a survivalist, right? And he could stay out. He's probably the only person I know who could outdo me. I could literally go in the woods and never come out again. And they give me bears, give me mountain lions. As long as I have my equipment, I'm nothing's gonna get me. But wouldn't you want to see a story of a guy, just one guy, who just does it Punisher style, right? Who just goes in the fucking woods and just tries to find Bigfoot. Try, like a special forces type of guy that's his only job is just to go fucking search all the woods that have, where Bigfoot or something could be. That'd be pretty cool.
That's a whole nother conversation. There's a lot of people who do believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah, there is, and I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't believe. I believe, but my belief is different than a lot of other people's. I believe they come from underground.
When I told you the story about the footsteps in the woods, I told me that maybe it was an invisible Bigfoot, and I never thought, but I have to think about it.
Yeah, because I don't know how loud you heard these things, because you can walk, briskly like a human and make noise on those pine needles. But
no, it sounded like somebody slow. It sounded like somebody slowly creeping one step at a time, like in a movie, just creak, like scary.
See, and that's why I don't think anymore that it would be like a hunter spirit wanting to watch you, and because that's rude. They would know not to do that. They'd be the first ones to know not to walk upon you while you're trying to hit something.
GG, I feel like I'm being rude to your panel, man.
What?
Feel like I'm taking up time on your panel for 4 hours. I'm trying to take away from your panel.
You've done nothing but caused us to have a fun conversation. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I forget to look at chat though sometimes, and I don't mean to ignore the chat.
No, they all believe you. They all believe you, and they all don't. I mean, they don't see a reason for you to even lie about it, and they all believe that writing a story would be a good idea, and exploring that area would, with your connection to it.
Yeah,
I think it would be a compelling story, and so far, everybody from Joshua 420 to Bad Nurse to everybody thinks it's a great idea. And
well, when I talk to somebody like you, it gives me a little encouragement to maybe do something about it. I mean,
good, man. That's good. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad because I don't feel like I do enough, And if I helped you, then that actually makes me feel good about my day to day.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because
like I said,
my days are just me.
Like, hey, I'm talking. Shut the fuck up. It takes some energy out of me to talk about it, and it takes a little while to explain it. So I appreciate being able to do that with you. It's very rare for me. So,
well, I appreciate it, and that was the whole point. Was
shut the fuck up. I said I'm talking.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were done.
No, I'm playing, man. I'm playing, bro.
Well, I thought you were still talking. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna try to talk over you, but that's why I knew. Yeah, I mean, after a little bit, I'm like, yeah, he's got something going on here. Because I was reading what you're saying while I'm sitting here bullshitting, and I'm sitting here reading what you're saying, and I'm going, what I have planned for tonight is not as good as this. So let's just do this. and so far it was a great idea, and I appreciate having you. And
I
I would extend.
I like your feedback as much as I like talking about it because it's great to just hear from bounce it off of you.
Well, I'd like to extend the Gigi hand of friendship that you're always invited. Anytime you have anything you need to say or tell or want to get out or just to hang out and have a good time, you're always welcome over here at the Gigi Show. Remember that. Okay?
All right. I appreciate that, man. I do. I really appreciate that.
Well, I expect some things from you. I think you're gonna be. I think it'll be a really interesting adventure. One that could be like almost, you know, like it would remind me of an old like Goonies or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of a movie.
If I could find somebody to recreate that art story with AI, like to make it into a little 2-minute like play by play, like try to show what happened, that'd be
I can do that. I can do that for you, but it would be well. I better not say that so positively because the way that there is ways of doing it that it looks really great, but it costs a lot of money. But there's another one, but it would come out more like a document, like a documentary, like a description of a script of what you say just said by somebody else with moving pictures of what is being talked about. So it wouldn't come out like you would want.
No, but if I took a 2-minute video in the basement of the area and the stairwell, like a 2-minute video, and then overlaid it with the story in a AI orb, then that, maybe something like that.
That would work because you're actually you're giving it material to work with. I mean, it helps.
Yeah, they still live there, dude, in the same house, so I have that opportunity,
Well, that's a great idea, man. Is to just go over there and maybe even like go there for I don't know. I don't know how long you could stay there, but go there and like almost not an IRL, okay, but almost like in IRL. Like you film everything. You're live the whole time you're there, except when you're around your parents and doing family things. But when you're, all the other stuff is all videotaped. Everything else. You can go at night, go out for walk along the river edge, maybe go over to the cemetery. Keep a journal on maybe things you might see every night, and then every night we could all tune in and watch what you might fucking find.
Hey, I just hit 50 subscribers, so I could do a live one of these days if I want to, I guess.
You'll do well. You'll start getting a lot more subscribers. Don't worry about the subscribers. They'll come.
No, I never have, dude. I never have. I don't promote never have promoted a channel. I didn't even know I had a channel until a year ago. I don't care about promoting myself. That's not even why I go. I'm all over the YouTube streets everywhere, man, and I don't I don't do it for clout. I do it to meet people and share a little love once in a while and share a story, listen, chop it up, and have a good time, man.
Do you have an IR camera? Bad Nurse is awesome. That'd be a good tool to take with you over there. It'd be cool to take
No.
some. It'd be cool to take some tools with you, like some of those ghost hunting tools. You know, it'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
It'd pay off. Your investment would pay off because I'm telling
Isn't
you,
there? What do you call that? What meter? IRL meter? What's that meter? Ghost meter?
yeah, a Mel. Isn't it a Mel meter? MEL.
I always did think about doing that.
That would be the coolest thing is at night if you just ghost hunted in your basement.
Yeah, man. Now I'm getting goosebumps,
Yeah.
dude. Stop it.
Just the basement. You sleep down there and everything. That would
Yeah,
be that would be entertainment. And you might get an answer. Because now you're older and you're not gonna react the way you would react whenever. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Well, that either way, that orb had to have energy.
Well, that's the thing that bothers me about it is that's why I think it was an older entity, maybe even ancient, because it can, control its energy. And I think the ones your dad was seeing were lower beings because they couldn't control the energy, so it looked more like a fireball. That's just my opinion of it. Because those Indians, I could look up the Mississippians right now, and they all have the same mother god and father god. All right, so they have a completely different religious base that we were not even made accustomed to. They made it sound like it was fucking, all incest and barbarians and all this shit and tried to abolish whatever the religion was. And so Christianity could rule, but who knows what type of religion that whatever is following you has. Mother God. It's ancient. It's got to be. I think it would be very cool to go to your parents and do this right here, except you'd be in the basement with equipment. Hell, I'd join you. We can make a thing out of it.
Well, I think the video would start across the river at the burial ground, and then go to the story of the orb. Try to like all connect it somehow.
You lay it out however you want to lay it out because it's your story.
Yeah.
I will just give advice if here and there if need at all. But I understand what you're saying, starting at the river, because I want to know more about the river too. I'm gonna look into the river more because usually weird things happen in those rivers that are by graveyards.
Yeah, you'll see if you look up Astalon, you'll see it's on the Crawfish River.
Crawfish River. Yeah.
Yep.
And you got to
Which
remember
run?
too, man. You got to remember too. A lot of that stuff that happened back then, they didn't. The elders, man, they didn't tell us shit. Shit they saw hunting, shit they saw, while they're cooking dinner and looking out their window. A lot of them, most wouldn't tell you because they didn't want to scare you. But I believe that there are monsters out there, and they're not monsters in the sense of, I'm going to kill you monster. It's just a monster because they look so different. But I believe most of it, not in your case. I think your case is different. But I think most of it comes from underground somehow. I think there's an underground something. It's too big. They found oceans under there
Okay.
that dwarf the size of the ones on the surface. It's a completely another planet inside. It's not hollow. It's not
In a
it's not just a solid fucking rock with circles and shit. It's a planet in there, and supposedly it has.
in a deep dive conversation, I would never disagree with that because we're always looking up in the fucking sky for shit, and no one's looking in the earth. No one's looking under us.
What's the smartest thing to do if you're gonna live on a planet, right? Are you gonna go, yeah, let's live on top where all the asteroids hit? Yeah, let's do that. No, you're gonna go, let's find caves and live in caves because we don't want to be obliterated by motherfucking meteors and asteroids. So what? We're the one race that was just like, fuck it, man. We're all about the surface. So eat a dick. We like it, we don't care. I mean, there's something's up with that too. But that's another story for another day. But I would like to know more about your stories. And like I said, you're always invited on here, and I like our energy together. So
Yeah, man.
So keep that up, you fucking prick.
Fuck. Hey.
Hey.
You talked a little bit too much tonight, but I did appreciate you.
Thanks. You did great. You did great. You explained everything and you didn't get boring. That's what I was afraid of. Is you were going to be boring as fuck, and you were not boring. You were very, very, very concise and made it easy to understand, made it easy to relate. And that's the thing. And again, the big thing.
Man, we got good flow. We got good flow between each other. We got some commonalities. Between. We didn't even get into family or kids or nothing, but we got a lot in common, man. That's why it's easy to understand each other when we talk, because we do have some shit in common, at least in interests and ideas. And
dude, exactly. That's why I'm saying, man, you're always welcome here. You're always, and if you ever need me to help you do anything, or just holler, and I'll do my best to help you out. I think you got something cool going, and I think if you really, went to your parents' house, you want to do it before, unfortunately, and listen, I don't want to say this, but you want to do it before, the inevitability happens and maybe somebody else buys the home. You might want to do it sooner than later. And and I would just do it in your own way, because the way you got it, the way you do things, it keeps you wanting to see what's next. So keep that in mind. And
All right. I'll tell you what, you fucking weirdo dick. I'm going to do a video and I'm going to give you credit for the first video or attempt that I put something together. Because I talked about the shit over and over for like decades. But I'll give you the credit for doing the first step to try to present it in a way that doesn't take me 3 hours on your panel. Maybe do a video and try to wrap it up in like 3 minutes instead of 3 hours, you know?
exactly,
And then
man.
I don't have to listen to you for 3 hours either.
Well, look, man, nobody, only a few people left, like only 3 or 4 people left. Everybody was riveted. I'm serious. Everybody was here, and everybody. I'm not fucking with you. I mean,
That's cool.
They are active as fuck. I've got one of the best chats on the planet Earth. They're the smartest. They're the fucking awesomest chat ever. And but yeah, we'll call it a night at 9:30. I'll stop at 9:30. But you can hang out with me until then, or you can hop off whenever you want to, my friend. But don't forget, anytime you need anything, dude, you got my email address, right?
No, but you have mine, stalker.
Yeah, I do have yours.
Give me an email and then I can send you a picture or anytime.
Here, I'll give you mine in the private chat.
All right. Let me see if I can handle it. John P is still in the chat. Chicago 420. I'd love to know someday. Wally's World, I know a little bit.
I think just go down on the private chat.
Yeah.
There's my. Yeah. I mean, they.
Yep. Okay, hang on before I copy, share. Let me just do it. Give me 1 second, man.
Take your time. We're not in any hurry. No hurries at all, my brother. I don't really have much going on tonight. I'd like to talk on the phone to it's really hot, beautifully, sexily smart chick, but I don't think that'll happen. But we can always hope, right?
Did that work? See if that worked.
What worked? What'd you do? Did you send me an email or some shit?
Yeah, I did, but just otherwise, I know I'll be able to find you again here. But I did try to send you an email, and then if I can ever send you a picture or something, I can at least do it by email too.
Well, and if you ever wanna, hey, you want to hang out tonight live, or see you going live? You want to hang out, just bullshit? I don't. This is the way to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I got it.
And if you look, I don't always have content I do always have content, but sometimes I need to talk to people. I need it, and I've been doing that more lately again. I've been doing it again by myself a lot, but I like talking to people. And I like getting to know other people because I do it in a different way. I I really do, except for last night. Give me a break on that one, fucker. I was really high last night. I mean, I'm almost as high as I was last night. So forgive me, but usually I have a memory of a steel trap. When it comes to specifics. All right. Sometimes I might not remember, the big things, but for some reason, man, I remember the details. Like I remembered you were 54 or gonna be 54. I remembered you said that. You said, I'm a man, I'm 54, and I'm from Wisconsin, but I live in Michigan. I remember you saying that this morning vividly.
Yeah.
So, look, I got a good memory. It's just addled by drugs, and I'm okay with that.
Well, it was 52, but it's okay. Your memory is pretty darn good.
52? Yeah, you did say 52, didn't you? Oh, fuck. 52, 54. You look 52. You don't look 54. So that's why I was like,
Hey, I don't look a day over 54 anyway, right?
nah, man, you don't look even. You give yourself some credit. I thought you were like around my age because of the way you were talking about, the
What's your age? What's your age? It's got to be close.
What?
What's your age? 46?
How old do you think? Okay, you think I'm 46?
46 to 50, 46 to 56.
What? No. I'm not in my 50s, good sir. I'm 45.
Oh, okay. That's a good age, man.
You asked.
Damn.
You asked, bro. You know?
That's a good age, man. That's a good age.
It is. Because technically I'm 44, but I'll be 45 in May.
Right.
So
that's cool. You're old enough to have some experience and young enough to fuck everything up again too.
Yeah, man. I look. I dated for once. I dated a girl, who was, from the chat, a fan, and I dated her, and
she was a girl.
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
1,000%. She was a girl. 1,000%. I can prove it to you if I was a weirdo. But no, she was definitely a girl, and she was. But man, it just scared me again. It scared the freedom. It scared me that I now had to think about somebody else during my day.
Yeah.
And it scared me. It scared the shit out of me. It wasn't her fault. She was a beautiful girl. She's a smart girl. She's a great girl. I wish I could have been a better. I mean, she's hot. I wish I could have been a better dude, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm, boyfriend material at all. I think I'm the guy you just have fun with. You go out with. I don't know. Maybe not even that. And maybe I'm just the douchebag that sits at the bar and drinks a Coke with a virgin Coke with a cherry in it. Yes, I've done that before.
I'll be your buddy anytime, bro.
Well, I live in Tampa. I should be able to grab ass with butterfly net, but nah, doesn't happen. Brad James is 41. That means he's 51. He's had 10 years.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know that. Nah, Brad's a good dude, man. He's a pontificator, man. He does spoken word shit like that. I think that's cool, man, because it takes balls. I like any type of thing like that takes balls, man. You know what I mean? That's I think that's why I was a musician, because ultimately it took a set of balls to do that, to get up in front of people and suck and break your guitar, the drummer breaks his stick. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of goddamn courage to get it, and nobody is on your team. A very few people are rooting for you to make it. So, why don't can I keep the water warm for me? Okay.
I will.
I'll be right in there, bad nurse. I'll be right in there. Okay.
GG, you got my email, and if not, I'll figure out how to get yours from your channel, and we'll be in touch again soon. I want you to get me off this stupid ass panel, and then you can come up to chat with the chat. But yeah, I've had enough of your fucking bullshit, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Sounds good, brother. Have a good night. Thanks for telling me us all a great story.
Yeah, man. Thank you for chopping it up with me for a while. I did not expect all that, but I appreciated it.
Me neither, man. Me neither. But have a great night, and hope you think of some cool shit to go along with it. Hope you remember some stuff, some details. And you never know.
Yeah, bro, I do. I really appreciate you, man. Really, and all your GG fam too, listening through this long ass story with us. But I do appreciate it, man. Much love.
Much love to you. Now get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you, you stupid dumb dick.
He's part of the family. You know what I mean? Some people have just been in the family but haven't shown up yet. That was a great conversation. But it is time for me to leave. It's 9:30. I wish it'd be really cool tonight. It'd be really cool, like, if I got a phone call from this chick I've been macking on. It'd be pretty cool, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I won't mac for long. I'll just maybe 10 minutes. Say hey, well, what's them haps, baby? You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. I mean, you never know. I might be. He thought I was a good conversationalist. You might think I was. So I'm gonna go in hopes that maybe some chick that I'm digging will give me a call call her. I have. I have, and it doesn't seem to pick up. I don't know. I don't know if it's broken or something. But anyway. But anywho, I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully smack on this hottie. You know what I mean? Gotta go. Gotta go. But that's a good idea, Brad. If all else fails, maybe I will. Then play the I'm not a pervert. Then play the I'm not a pervert on the phone. I'm not the pervert. What, this?
I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert.
I've been talking to her for quite a while by now, and now I think she knows I'm not a pervert. I've never said anything. You know, I've been like a good dude. You know, I am a good dude. I don't. You know, like I'm not asking for selfies and nudes and shit like that. You know, I'm being respectful. You know, but I gotta go because maybe I'll get a phone call. Love you. Have a good night tonight. Thanks again to whatever his name was, that motherfucker, Brian. Whoever that fucker was. Thanks, motherfucker. We'll see you later. Let's get out of here. I hope you come back. Hope you see us again. We are on all the time, the GG Show, and hell, I'm on so much. I would be surprised maybe if I pop back on later. You don't know. You don't know me. I'm nutty like that. I'm silly like that. Love you. I'm out. Have fun tonight. Go do something. Go do something. I love you.
Thanks for coming to the 420 show. It may be over, but you can still bask in its glow. We laughed, we chilled, we told bad jokes. Now it's time to say goodbye, but continue to come back for more and tell a friend. It's just for fun and don't mean to offend. Yeah, we had a blast, we all laughed, you know we care, but don't be sad or mad or glum. We'll be back for more next week, same place with all the fam, that's for sure. Our face space, it's that ugly, of minds. Come back for more and tell a friend. It's just for fun and don't mean to offend.
And then it dumps me back on again. Wally's off tomorrow. Little story, nurse. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Love you. Good night. I love you. This thing. I love you. I love you again.